the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'm your host for tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and we have the OP Grand National Series out at Talladega for the Bracket Buster 150 presented by Jeff Crosby Sr. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. As the field begins rolling out, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's event. Jeff Crosby Jr. with a 54.303 on the pole position. To his outside, that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Everett Lane and Les Levy make up row number 2. Row 3, Vicente Guerrero and Rick Sanchez. Row number 4 going to be the 88 of Gabe Butler and Chris Jordan in the 78. Row 5, Dustin Logston and Eric Laurie. Row number 6, Nate Warren and Doug Johnson. Row 7, Casey Gilchrist and Anthony English. Row number 8, Jimmy Reynolds and Ron Walters. Row 9, Jerry Bergeron and Dwayne Corbett. Row number 10 going to be Harold Rothery and Sean McCara. Row 11, Adam Kilday and Jeff Crosby Sr. Row number 12, Dana Shepard and Richard Kuhn. Row 13 will be Nick Wing and Derek Donna. Row 14, Richard Malugani and Shane Posey. Row 15, Andrew Schroeder and Justin Coy. And Lynn McNeese bringing up the final starting spot here tonight for this Bracket Buster 150 at Talladega. Corbett for Prez. Already we got a Corbett fan cheering on. Thank you very much. Cheer often, cheer loudly for your favorite driver. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Who are you rooting for tonight as the Ford Mustang pulls onto pit road? We get ready to go green flag racing for the first time. And here we go. Green flag is out and we are underway. Side by side through turns 1 and 2 down the back stretch. Everyone looking calm, cool, and collected for the moment. Crosby Jr. has the race lead. Everett Lane in the 24 pushing hard on his back bumper, but Zach Fritsch in the 12 leading the charge in the outside lane as the field makes its way through the tri-oval and heading for the start-finish line. Crosby Jr. going to lead the first lap of the race here tonight. Everett Lane moving up to the second lane. So Everett wanting a piece of the lead. Oh, big scattering there. Halfway down the back stretch, but we stay green. Shane Posey in the 83 finally joining the race. Already finds himself 1 lap down, soon to be 2 laps down. Go on board with the 12 of Zach Fritsch as he pushes on Everett Lane. Everett going to slide down to the inside as he takes over the top spot. New race leader, the 24. Fastest lap of the race being turned by Justin Coy in the 86, turning a 50.13. I expect to see these guys in here before too long under that 50 second mark. We'll be in the 49 second bracket before too long. But right now, Justin Coy has the fastest lap. Go ahead and take a look at our point standings coming into tonight's event. Now, this is just the overall points from the season. This isn't anything to do with our bracket challenge. Crosby Jr., Zach Fritsch, Zach Workman with a win to their credit. Rick Seabrand's the other driver to pick up a win this season. As the field makes its way onto the front stretch once again. As a recap, let's take a look and see what happened last week. Zach Workman picked up the win last week. Kicked off our bracket challenge at Daytona. Rick Sanchez ended up picking up the stage win. And now let's talk a little bit about our bracket. We started with 32 drivers, and last week we eliminated half of that. So 16 drivers remain. And here, when we get to a yellow flag, we're going to really dive down into it. Right now, our matchups are Dustin Logston and Shane Posey. Justin Coy, he's going up against Ron Walters. Rick Sanchez versus Eric Laurie. Jimmy Reynolds versus Lynn McNeese, and that is the left side of our bracket. The right side going to consist of Les Levy and Derek Donna. Warren versus Shepard. Rich versus Crosby Sr. And Wing versus Guerrero. Crosby Jr. in the 33, leading the race right now. Everett Lane running at the front did not make it out of the round of 32 in our bracket. He was defeated by Zach Fritsch. Fritsch going up against Crosby Sr. And right now, Zach Fritsch in the 12 has that matchup in hand, but a lot of racing to go. Still a lot of time in this event. We're only working lap 9, soon to be lap 10 out of 70 laps. So far, stage 1 has been a calm entry into this race. This stage ending at lap 35, the halfway mark. I can do math sometimes. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, slashing down the inside. Oh, we got trouble. Contact. We stay green. No, yellow comes out as one was sideways. Ron Walters pointed the wrong direction for just a moment. Good enough to trigger the caution. So the checkup happened. And it spun the 10 around in the end. So our first yellow flag comes out with the 14 of Vicente Guerrero as our race leader. Take a look at our bracket challenge standings while the field makes its way towards pit road. Right now, Shane Posey going to get his lap back. That is going to be huge for him as he battles Dustin Logston. Shane Posey started this race from pit road and instantly lost a lap as everyone is coming down pit lane. And the sad news is the 83 of Shane Posey was caught up into the 10, and so he will not receive the free pass. Is Shane Posey going to stay one lap down? So a tough break for the 83 Shane Posey. He will not get his lap back. Vicente Guerrero winning the race off of pit road. Go ahead and talk more about the rest of it. We saw Ron Walters getting sideways as he battles with Justin Coy. Rick Sanchez versus Eric Laurie. Sanchez in 7th. Eric Laurie finding himself in 16th. Still a lot of racing left in this one here tonight. Couple drivers coming back down pit road to top off their fuel tanks. Lights go out on the Ford Mustang. We're going to stack them up 2 by 2. Checking in on YouTube chat, we got Dana Shepard, Derek Donna, and DEP Racing being cheered for by Dan Parent. We got a cheer for the 33. Jeff Crosby Jr., our pole sitter, and running inside the top 5. That 33 looking bad fast here tonight. Our first yellow flag about to be wrapped up. Pace car on the pit road. Vicente Guerrero, Gabe Butler in control of the field as the green flag comes out, and here we go once again. Vicente Guerrero getting a huge jump on the field. Crosby Jr. gonna bump him. Had an opportunity to move up to the outside lane, but did not take it. Oh no, trouble at the front of the field. Big time trouble. Vicente Guerrero gets turned. Zach Fritsch got a piece of it. Jeff Crosby Sr., Jerry Bergeron, Nick Wing, Chris Jordan. This one was a big one. Zach Fritsch gets out of shape first. Jeff Crosby Jr. just blindsided by the 12. On board with the 14. Minding his own business, he gets collected. On board with Jerry Bergeron. Jerry goes for a spin, but looks like he kept it off the wall. Somehow the 12 got straightened out and kept rolling. So Zach Fritsch coming out of that one as the lucky dog for sure. Once again, everyone coming down pit road. This time the 83 does receive the free pass. Shane Posey going to get back on the lead lap. That's going to be huge for him. Ron Walters did not come down pit road. So he is going to inherit the race lead. Last bit of drivers coming down pit road to top off their fuel tanks, while the drivers who had damage escapade to get off a pit lane before the pace car came around and put them a lap down. So 2 yellow flags here early in this race. But this second one about to be done. And we're going to get back at it. Flagman has the green flag in hand. He is ready. So are we as they head towards the restart zone. Ron Walters, Gabe Butler. Here we go. Green flag back out. Walters on the inside, losing ground to the second lane. Gabe Butler being pushed by Sanchez. Sanchez and Butler both clear the 10 of Walter. Butler stays high as Sanchez dropped down to the inside. He's going to now try and challenge for the race lead. Dustin Logston in the 81, Everett Lane in the 24. They run 1 and 2, leading their respective lanes. Logston battling with Shane Posey. In the bracket challenge. Take a look at some of our other challenges. Zach Critch in the 12, challenging Jeff Crosby Sr. Right now, Sr. in 26th, Critch in 6th. Gary Bergeron just set the fastest lap of the race at a 50.05. We're getting closer to that sub 50-second lap time. Walters in the 10, who's battling Justin Coy. Coy finding himself in 30th. Ron Walters currently sitting in 11th. And just like that, we're in the 49-second bracket. Jeff Crosby Jr. turning a 49.87. Chris Jordan, Andrew Schroeder, and Justin Coy all having lost the draft. Those three cars are in desperate need of the yellow flag here in 10 laps. I think they're going to be able to stay on the lead lap until the stage ends. Stage break coming at lap 35. Go on board with the 43 and Dana Shepard. He is tucked in tight behind Derek Donna. Shepard up 11 spots from where he qualified to currently be sitting in 12th. Derek Donna making himself the biggest mover of the race right now, up 16 positions to be in 10th. Eric Laurie in the 071, battling with Rick Sanchez in the bracket challenge. Eric Laurie finding himself in 14th. Rick Sanchez up in 6th. So Sanchez has the upper hand for the moment on the Sanchez versus Laurie battle. (17) Jimmy Reynolds is our race leader. Heading off into turn 3. The field kind of broken up just a little bit. Trying to get 3 wide here as we're getting close to the end of the stage. And it's not going to work. We're going to crash. Yellow flag comes out for the 3rd time here in stage number 1. Sean McCare getting involved. Dustin Logston getting a piece of it. Ron Walters turned sideways. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. Coming in late, able to apply the brakes. Keeping it clean. Most of the field electing to stay out under this yellow flag. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 is our race leader. Go ahead and take a second look at our bracket challenge. Jimmy Reynolds with the race lead out in front of Lynn McNeese down in the bottom left corner of the bracket challenge. Bottom right corner, and is Nick Wing versus Vicente Guerrero. And Vicente Guerrero has the advantage in that group. Zach Fritsch over Crosby Sr. Fritchie in 4th, Crosby Sr. in 23rd. Nate Warren versus Dana Shepard. Shepard in 20th. Nate Warren in 3rd. Guys, let me know who you think is going to win each section of this bracket. Les Levy versus Derek Donna. Nate Warren versus Dana Shepard. Zach Fritsch versus Jeff Crosby Sr. Nick Wing versus Vicente Guerrero. Jimmy Reynolds versus Lynn McNeese. Rick Sanchez versus Eric Laurie. Justin Coy versus Ron Walters. And Dustin Logston versus Shane Posey. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 down on the inside with Rick Sanchez on the outside. That makes up row number 1 for this restart. Row 2 is the 16 of Nate Warren and the 12 of Zach Fritsch as the pace car heads for pit road. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Two-lap shootout to the end of the stage. Down the backstretch, Fritsch has his nose just ahead of Sanchez. Third lane being led by the 62 of Les Levy. Will they have enough to make something happen? Here comes Jeff Crosby Jr. in the third lane, but it's Sanchez and Fritchie at the front. Two more laps to go here in stage number one. Heading off into turn number 3, Sanchez has the advantage. Shane Posey up along the wall. Posey in trouble just a little bit. He's going to blend back in though. Big moment for the 83. As now Jimmy Reynolds down on the bottom lane has the race lead. One more lap to go here in stage number 1. Reynolds out in front. Nate Warren pushing on the back bumper. The 17 and the 16 trying to work together. Here they come off of turn number 4. Heading for the line, and it looks like your stage 1 winner, if he can hold on to it, is going to be the 5 of Sanchez. And 3 cars go spinning down to the inside as the yellow flag comes out for the stage. So yellow flag comes out for the stage. Everett Lane wins the race off of pit road. We're going to take a break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back with the rest of the race.
You wanted the best, you got him for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Green flag is back out here at Talladega for the Bracket Buster 150 presented by Jeff Crosby Sr. Stage number 2 underway, being led by the 24 of Everett Lane. Tack Fritch in the 12 on his outside. On board with the 9 of Dwayne Corbett. He rides around behind the 10 of Ron Walters. Corbett currently scored in 18th spot. John McCara in the 71 battling for the race lead. McCara down on that yellow line with some help from the 44 of Anthony English. He's going to pull ahead just a little bit here. Now moves up to the second lane. Gets a shot from the 24. Big wiggle out of the 71, but gathers it back in. Looking out the back of Anthony English as he leads this race across the start-finish line. Third lane starting to form up. Les Levy leading the third lane. The 5 of Rick Sanchez right behind him. The 17 to Jimmy Reynolds third car in the outside lane. The far outside lane. Far out, dude. McCara, Anthony English, and Les Levy all leading their respective lanes. Levy falling back just a little bit. Ooh, Everett Lane pushing hard on the 62. And the yellow flag going to come out for the 5th time. Andrew Schroeder pointed in the wrong direction. The yellow flag is out for the 5th time. John McCara is our race leader. Anthony English, Everett Lane, Dustin Logston, Zach Fritsch make up your top 5. I do expect to see everyone come down pit lane this time. John McCara already down and away. But Anthony English going to win the race off of pit road. This race going to get 22 laps to go when the green flag comes back out. As the lights go out on the pace car, we get ready to rack them up once again. Only one car has been out of this race. That is Richard Malugani. Dropped out at lap 12. Everyone else still in this race. That gives us 30 cars in this race, and all 30 cars are on the lead lap. And with 22 laps to go when the green flag drops, we have one more pit stop before the end of this race. Would love to see this thing go green the rest of the way. Get a little bit of a long run at the end here. We've had a bunch of short runs. Let's see if we can't get a long run and see who can tough out a green flag pit stop cycle. Anthony English, Sean McCara, green flag, here we go. Field gets up to speed side by side through turns 1 and 2 and onto the backstretch. Anthony English in the 44 is our race leader. Sean McCara in the 71 battling on the outside. Down to 20 laps to go. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Trying to get to the back bumper of the 44 and give him a shove. As they cross the start finish line, there'll be 19 laps to go. So far, we're 2 wide. Haven't seen a whole lot of 3 wide here since the drop of the green. Seems like everyone is a little content right now to log some laps and try and get to the end of this race. Casey Gilchrist in the 29. Third car in the outside lane. Gilchrist up 7 spots from where he qualified to try and be the race leader. Still has a little bit more work to do to take over the top spot. Gilchrist going to move up to the 3rd lane now. Casey going to try and take to the race lead by the 3rd lane. Looking for some help there. Andrew Schroeder going to try and get to his back bumper, but Gilchrist falling back. And our 6th yellow flag comes out. Jeff Crosby Jr. involved. Shane Posey getting a piece of it. Casey Gilchrist, Andrew Schroeder. Everett Lane on board as we see Casey Gilchrist go for his ride. Here they come onto pit road. Should see everyone hit pit lane. What could be the final pit stop of the race. Once again, Anthony English wins the race off of pit road in the 44. Ford Mustang gonna hit pit road this time. Anthony English, Zach Fritsch on the front row, Dustin Logston, Sean McCarron, row number 2. Green flag coming back out as we get back underway. Everyone should have made their final pit stop under that yellow flag. So now it's the final sprint to the end of the race. Anthony English in the 44. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Fritchie clears the 44, but does not drop down below. Everett Lane trying to make something happen in the third lane. Lynn McNeese jumping up there. Lynn McNeese now leads the charge in the third lane. Anthony English in the 44 and Zach Fritsch in the 12 still sitting 1 and 2. However, it's a little different at each point in the racetrack as to who is 1 and who is 2. Logston in the 81, looking for his first win of the season. Fritchie trying to make it 2 wins on the season. And Anthony English would like to pick up his first win here in season 16. Inside of 10 laps to go. That third lane starting to build some momentum, starting to build some energy. 4 cars all the way up there now. We have a second third lane being led by Jeff Crosby Jr. And Zach Fritsch goes for a spin. Several others go for a spin. But we're inside of 10 laps to go. And it is all iRacing controlled. And now the yellow flag does come out. All right, with that, we're going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our field is stacked up 2 by 2. The lights have gone out on the pace car. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We are underway once again to try and wrap up this Bracket Buster 150 presented by Jeff Crosby Sr. Well, we're going to be moving into extra lap territory, I guess, for a lack of better terms. Green, white, checkered attempt number 1 coming up. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get back to green flag racing. Drivers who have gone out of this race: Dustin Logston, Andrew Schroeder, Doug Johnson, and Richard Malugany. Green flag is out and we're back underway in our first green-white checkered attempt. Off of turn number 4, here they come to take the white flag. One more time around. Right now, Jerry Bergeron out in front. Could he pick up his first win of the season? The number 1 on the outside, Adam Kilday on the inside. Cars go spinning towards the back of the pack, but the white flag has come out. No other flag is going to drop but the checkered. Through turns 3 and 4, Adam Kilday has the advantage over Jerry Bergeron, but Bergeron with a burst of speed. Here they come to the line. Jerry Bergeron is going to pick up the win. Kilday second. Anthony English ends up in third. Take a look at our results for this one. Bergeron picks up the win. Kilday second. English in third. Fourth place goes to Nate Warren. Jimmy Reynolds finishing in fifth. Sixth goes to Everett Lane. Eric Laurie in seventh. Eighth place goes to Gabe Butler. Jeff Crosby Jr. in ninth. 10th, Dana Shepard. Ron Walters 11th. 12th goes to Zach Fritsch. Richard Kuhn 13th. 14th, Harold Rothery. Nick Wing in 15th. 16th goes to Chris Jordan. Dwayne Corbett in 17th. 18th is Lynn McNeese. 19th goes to Vicente Guerrero. Derek Donna in 20th. 21st goes to Casey Gilchrist. Les Levy 22nd. 23rd, Rick Sanchez. 24th, Jeff Crosby Sr. John McCarra 25th. 26th, Justin Coy. Shane Posey 27th. Doug Johnson 28th. 29th goes to Andrew Schroeder. Dustin Logston 30th, and 31st goes to Richard Malugany. Let's move on to our post-race show, and let's kick it off by talking to our race winner, Jerry, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, I do.
Holy cow, man. What a race win for you.
Oh yeah, I had a great time there. Oh, this is my first win of OP.
Man, congratulations on your first win in OP. Man, I'll tell you what, things looked a little bit grim for you in the start, but you never gave up, and here you are on top of the leaderboard at the end of the race.
That's the way I like to do it. I wish I would have done it last week. I would have still been in the chase, the thing, you know, but what else? Anyhow, just a great win. I respect everybody in the race. I mean, we got good drivers in OP racing here.
All right, man. Congratulations on the race win. Any shout outs, thank yous, I love yous that you'd like to say?
Just my little woman, Sylvie, that gives me the chance to have a good time practically every night in league racing.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations. Nice job.
Thanks a lot.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our race winner, Gary Bergeron, getting it done here tonight. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is none other than Adam Kilday. Adam, congratulations on the solid second place run.
Yeah, thanks, dude. We almost had it. It was a pretty close one for the win there. Nathan was giving me all he could. But yeah, I think there's a right rear damage on this car, so it was dancing all over the place from the pushes, and I was just trying my best to hold it on for Warren in the back. But yeah, everyone got hot at the end, so it was a matter of, like, I guess from what Anthony and Nathan were saying, like, who was going to blow up first. But good little drag race off to the line there, so that's something, you know, you always want to see.
Man, shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh yeah, a little shout out to the guys I was running with in Discord, dude. Little shout out to Turn 3, UKR doing broadcasts and stuff, and God, what else is there? OP League, OP Racing. So shout out to all the drivers again, admins, all those dudes, graphic designers, Peter DeBorgia. So shout out to you, and yeah, that should do it.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on a great second place finish.
I appreciate it.
That is Adam Kilday bringing it home in second place. Now let's move on to third place. That is our driver in the 44, Anthony English, getting it done, picking up third place here. Anthony, congratulations on a solid third place finish.
Oh, thank you, KR. I'll take it. I owe a big apology to Fritz. I think I ended up killing him a couple cautions before that, so it just sucks. I was just trying to get clear of him, and I think I ended up being the reason why I pushed him down. I'll have to go back and look at it, but I mean, I'll take a third. I just hope he recovered decently from that.
Zach Fritz was sadly killed in the crash. He is no more.
What, in the last lap crash?
Yeah, the one that you're talking about.
Oh, the one yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. We'll miss him.
I'll have to send something in lieu of flowers.
Yeah, send flowers.
No,
well,
on a serious note, though, yeah, good finish. I'll take it. Unfortunate for Fritz. I'm sorry, Fritz. I owe him, and yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, this 44 was bad fast all night long, winning the race off of pit road multiple times, doing a great job on pit lane to end up in third. I'll tell you what, man, congratulations. Nice job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was trying. I was pretty close to the cut line, so I was in mode of trying to get points. So I was trying to get some stage points, and I think I did get some stage points, and then just trying to get a good finish there. And Nice to push Jerry for a win. I don't know if that's his first win or not, but
it is.
Congrats to Jerry. Well, congrats to him. Good win. He deserved it. He's in the right spot, right time there. So he got lucky. I was about to blow up too. I was double red when we hit the line.
All right, man. Well, any other shout outs, thank yous, anything else you'd like to add?
Nah, UKR and turn 3, everything you guys do. It's awesome watching the replays and stuff of the race back. Everybody on the team that ran with us tonight, all the family, friends, beautiful girlfriend watching at home, all that jazz. Everybody that does what they do admin wise to put this on, Fritz and Sean and Jimmy and them guys. I think Derek sponsored tonight, right? If I'm right.
Jeff
So,
Crosby Senior.
Or Senior. Okay, Crosby Senior. Well, big shout out to Crosby Senior for sponsoring tonight, and yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on 3rd place.
Thank you much, Gar.
That is Anthony English, our 3rd place finisher here tonight. So that is going to wrap it up for us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I hope to see you all next week. And no, we're off next week. Hope to see you all in 2 weeks. So until then, y'all stay safe. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see y'all next time.